Where is this waypoint? I am back on the grind. How are you doing? Fellow handsome man. Fellow handsome man. Oh, turn on my screen. That was weird. I don't know what happened to my stream, but yes, I am back. Oh, okay. Can't complain. Is this the new update? Yeah, the update came out like last week, so I'm still playing it. The ladder should start on Friday, but I don't play online. I used to play online, but now I just play single player. I find that's more fun. So, yeah. You gonna play any games today? Oh, 3 socket. Hmm. 3 sockets, huh? I might have to keep that for now. More arc raiders. All right. I gotta get back to arc raiders, but I had to stop. I was playing it a lot for like a week straight, and I got on the arc raiders ship really late too. So I felt like I kind of was at a disadvantage. But I was playing it for a week straight, and then there was like a point in time where we just kept getting jumped by everybody. You know, there were moments where we wouldn't fight anyone, and that was fine because we're not really confrontational. Again, like we don't shoot unless we get shot on first. But yeah, there was like a couple of games where everyone was just shooting on sight, and fortunately, or unfortunately, I do have a friend who's not like the best at that, and he kind of will like I hate to say it, but he runs away. Whenever there's like confrontations, he runs away. It's so bad. Like we've told him many times too, but and the worst part is like when he runs away, like he eventually gets killed, because then he'll decide to join the fight later on, and just like, all right, well, it's too late because we're already dead. So, yeah, that kind of made me not want to play. I haven't picked it up since, but I would be down to play again because it has been a while. Same here, it's very addicting, but I suck at gunplay. The wipe starts next week, so hopefully everybody will be looking for loot. Not fighting as much. Oh, there's seasons in that game? Well, I know that there are seasons. Okay, well, let me re-clarify. So I know that there is like a battle pass thing. So when I was playing, there were like these like winter berries or something like that. And I think I didn't get far enough to get into seasons, like that high level stuff. Because I think you have to be like 50, right? I think I'm only like 20, level 20. I'm not that far into the game. There we go, Forgotten Temple. Yeah, they had a few nice ones since. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun game. I just think that with who I was playing with, and it's funny, he was actually in the stream not too long ago, but he knows. Like, we always call him out for it. We're like, you know, why'd you leave us? You know, we were in a gunfight. Why did you start running? Like, I don't know what his mentality is, why he keeps running. I'm pretty sure it's because he wants to save his loot. But, like, half the time he's not even with the team, too. He's just, like, by himself, like, wandering off. And I feel like when you're playing in a squad, you kind of have to stick together. And I just hate that he's out doing whatever and not sticking. And it's essentially a 2v3 every time, you know, so. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate indeed. Kind of makes me mad thinking about it now. So I've been like thinking about like, maybe I'll play solo, but I think part of the fun playing Arc Raiders is playing with a squad. At least for me. So. Much easier to get peaceful lobbies solo for sure. Yeah. That's the main reason why I would like to play solo. So my other friend who does play Arc Raiders, like he's fully decked out. He has all the hatch keys, all the what's it called? Those lines that you could like go across land really quick. He has everything. So it's like I never really had to struggle when it came to that stuff. Because he was always there, which was nice because I was like, oh man, this is great having like playing with a pro. But I do see the appeal of playing single player, that being that you don't get attacked as much. Hmm. To lightning res. I will take that. Oh yeah, I'll take that. I would never abandon you on the field of battle. All right. Much easier to get peaceful lobbies. Oh, I read that. Okay, I didn't read the first one then. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's very nice to hear. Oh shit, it's a nice ring. 1 to each kill, 8% better chance. Oh, this is better. It's a lower required level. Nice. I have no idea why my stream keeps resetting. My bait rate's pretty bad, which is weird because I'm actually hooked up through an Ethernet, and it's been pretty good previous times. I've never disconnected before this week. So I have no idea what's up. I am double streaming though. I am on Kick right now. Maybe that's why. I'll have to deal with that later.
Now that few.
It pains me to waste time with you, sir. What do you need? The Black Book contains powerful secrets of Skatsim, the old religion long eclipsed by Sakharum. I should warn you.
Did I not get the book? Where is this tome? I'm pretty sure it's in the Forgotten Temple. Oh, the Ruined Temple. Forgotten Temple. What's the wrong one?
have found a source of information powerful. Yes?
Open wide the moor, that I might step inside. Not enough mana. I can't.
Once
What can I do for you?
Diablo and Bale. Stay a while and listen. Good day.
Nice. Nice.
Good evening. Hello.
I can't.
Please be 4-socket. Four socket. 4-socket. Hey. Hey. Oh. You love how I play on stream. What do you love about it? What is there to love? almost hit too hard. Oh my god. When will this level end?
I can't carry anymore.
Is this an upgrade? Let's see. We have a pole axe versus Volk. It is better in terms of damage. Tier Tau Soul. Make a fortitude. don't know if this is worth keeping. Oh, this is slower. Yeah, no, I'm good. Good. Yo, how is this game compared to Diablo 2? Oh, Diablo 4, Path of Exile? Well, it's definitely my favorite. So, well, how are you so far? How's it going? This is hands down my favorite game. I like this way more than 4 and 3. In terms of comparing it to Path of Exile, there's no like crazy skill tree.
Can't carry anymore.
Like, I'll show you the skill tree. Hold on. This is the skill tree. You know, it's nothing crazy, but every item or every skill synergizes with other skills. So, for example, this Apocalypse will get plus 10 to fire damage if I level up the other skills that are chained with it. I don't know if you heard, but the new update came out. So, which is crazy because this game is approaching 26 years old and they just released a new class. So, that is just mind-blowing. I've been playing this game since... Well, I played this game as a kid, but not at a high level. Obviously, when you're a kid, you're just kind of like doing whatever builds. Wow, it's the first time dying. So I've been playing the Resurrected ever since launch. On the Switch, I have about 300 hours. And for the PC, I've always played online, but now I'm playing offline, single player. I feel like it's more fun finding the items yourself. So yeah,
Greetings.
there is a big learning curve though for this game. I will say, it's not like the easiest to jump into. Plus 6 the Holy Fire? Wow. But it's very rewarding. And I think this game still, to this day, has the best itemization. In terms of, you know how like in more modern games, you know, you get your legendary items and obviously those are better. In this game, even white items or like blue items are still good. So like it goes from white items being common and then blue items being well, they're called magic, and then the yellow being the rare ones, and then green and these golden ones being legendary. The legendary items aren't always the best, so just depending on your build, you might use something that's like uses a common item, and then there's rune words in this game, so you could take a common item like that's a good base and then make a rune word, and those are like really OP items. So highly recommend this game. It's on the Game Pass. I know that John gave you the code so you could check it out, but it does not include the expansion, so it only includes the Lord of Destruction. Yeah, I know. He told me. It is on the Game Pass as of last week. But again, no expansion, so no Warlock class, and a lot of the quality of life stuff they added, like stackable items. So like this tab right here, This rune tab is not included unless you get the expansion. The expansion is $25, which is on the steeper end. But for me, it was worth it because I play this game all the time. And I put so many hours on the Switch, but I'm starting a brand new save file on the PC right now. So I have no items, nothing. Like, just brand new. It's been pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. It's like starting fresh, too, is like fun in itself. What's another thing? Another thing too is like items are, like, as you can see, like you kind of have to play like Tetris. I forgot if you had to do that in Path of Exile. I think you did. So that's not new. But this is the game that set the foundation. So a lot of the games that, you know, you see nowadays. Why am I walking? A lot of the games that you see nowadays are, you know, heavily inspired by Diablo. And yeah. If you ever need help, let me know, because this game, I don't think it's as deep as Path of Exile because of the tree. I think the initial learning curve for this game is hard. So that's the one thing I will say. And what else? It doesn't... I mean, the game is 26 years old, so there are certain things that are weird. Like, I don't know if you can see based off the movement, but the game is based off a 9 grid. So you move diagonal, up, down, left, right. It's not like a full, like, 360 movement. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think in console they get rid of that. So I think it's like PC only. But if you notice that my character moves kind of like not as smooth as a modern game. Wow, I'm about to die. Another thing too is like there's a run walk thing. So there's like stamina. And that's really only like when you first start the game and you don't put any points into vitality. Which I highly recommend. If you do play this game, all the points should go into vitality. It's the most important stat. Because defense in this game is not like your traditional defense in other games. It doesn't reduce all damage. It only reduces physical damage. So there's like a lot of nuance in this game. And I've never done more research for a game until I played this. Like, it involves a lot of research online to play. That's if you want to, like, go far. So there's 3 levels. Like, there's normal, nightmare, and hell. If you just want to play until nightmare, that's fine. You know, you don't even have to look up anything. It's not until you get to hell mode, which is the hardest. That's where you have to look up stuff, really optimize your build, and also know what to hunt, like in terms of items, like know what drops to look out for and what to fight. And also in hell mode, there are like monster resistances. So there are some monsters that are like you don't do any damage to them. If you're like a caster, like a sorceress, if you do primarily fire damage, there are a lot of monsters that are immune to fire. So therefore, you have to have another means of damage. Like you'd have to do cold damage. And so a lot of people dual spec in this game, where they make like 2 different sources of damage, just so that they can cover everything. Very common. Or, and it's very weird, but in this game, if you cannot do damage to a monster, there's sometimes the only choice you have is just to skip it. It's very weird because in like modern games you fight everything, but in this game, if you have no means to kill a monster, you just have to run past it. Kind of like Dark Souls when you are fighting a boss and you keep dying and you just skip the enemies just to get to the boss. It's kind of like that. So, like I said, when you play Nightmare, don't have to worry about that too much. It's not until you get into Hell mode you really have to know your build resistances of the monsters. Sometimes monsters have like double resistances. It's a hard game, and I think that's where like Path of Exile got a lot of their inspiration from. It's not an easy game. I've only beaten Hell with 2 characters because, you know, with the other characters I made, it's just, I'm not gonna say it wasn't possible, but I just didn't have the right equipment. And this game is very heavily reliant on your gear, I will say. I cannot find this thing. But overall, is it a dated game? Yes, but there's a reason why a lot of people still play it, and a lot of people say it's still the best Diablo. I think it is. What is this? The recent expansion, though, really improved on a lot of quality of life stuff. So I'm very happy about that. If you do play this game, I recommend as a first class is to play the Sorceress. You will have a much easier time. Oh shit. So the Sorceress has the ability to teleport, which is the most OP skill in the game. It lets you teleport through walls, which doesn't seem like that crazy, but when you play this game and like, I don't know if you see my map, I'm trying to find the exit. The map is huge. So a skill like teleport is extremely useful. Helps you get to places faster. Lets you skip stuff if you need to. Dangerous enemies, all that sort. I know John wanted to play this game with me, and then he asked Jack, and Jack said that the graphics look bad. Which is interesting because I think the graphics look pretty good. They kept the gothic dark feel. Like, it looks like Path of Exile, so yeah, I like the graphics too. And you know what's crazy is like I'm on PC right now and I'm only on medium, and I think the graphics look amazing. And this is coming from someone who's played on the Switch. Like the Switch, I played on the handheld, and it looks all right. It's not the best, but I'm pretty sure if you play this on like a higher end PC or even like an Xbox or PlayStation, it probably looks way better. So I can't switch to the retro version of the game, but what's a cool feature is like there's like this legacy mode where you're able to switch and toggle like the old school graphics versus the remaster. With the expansion, you can't do that anymore because the Warlock class, they couldn't make old visuals for the Warlock class. But when you play the game on Game Pass, if you don't have the expansion, you're able to switch to a legacy mode, which is essentially the old school graphics from 1999, which is really cool. You could just switch on the fly, back and forth. I cannot find this exit. Yeah, I find it funny that Jack would complain about the graphics considering he plays like Minecraft or 7 Days to Die. Which in my opinion look way worse than this game. Oh my god, it was here the whole time. Alright, I'm about to fight Mephisto. You might remember Mephisto from the... I don't know if you played Diablo 4, but Mephisto's the wolf. Let's see, I mentioned the itemization. What else? I don't know, this game, it's hard to explain. Like, probably if you like watch me play, it doesn't look as fun. But when you play the game, you're like, oh my god. You can understand why like a lot of people said, you know, this game's great, one of the best.
Not enough mana.
Marcus about to die. Alright, I'm about to moat trick him. Okay. So it is an old game, so there are a lot of like cheesy mechanics, like this mechanic right here, where like if you hop over the moat, you can just kind of avoid him.
Not enough mana.
It's kind of cheating, but he is a pretty hard boss, so I'll take any advantage I can get. Another reason why teleport is so
Not enough mana.
OP. I don't have teleport on this guy, but I do have a staff that lets me teleport. So that's why I'm able to hop over. Oh, I also have this skill too, which also lets me like hop over stuff, so. Another thing I like about this game too is like it kind of you really have to like know your build. I can't emphasize this enough. Like you cannot respec easily in this game. So in this game they give you 3 respecs, so 1 per difficulty. And then once you run out of those, you can craft respecs, but they're incredibly hard to craft. You have to beat the hell level bosses and hope that they drop the crafting material in order to craft the respec. So that's only something that like the top players who have already like mastered this game will craft. The majority of people who play this game, majority of the casual people will never craft that. So you kind of have to know what you want to build. So that could be like a good or a bad thing. So. this sucks. I'm out of pots.
I need mana. Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Alright. I know this looks boring, but I didn't bring enough pots with me. And I don't want to go back to town. I don't know if his health is going to reset, that's why. Oh, I have the wrong item up. Okay.
I need mana.
One more should do it. So you gonna download the game? What is my faster cast rate? 45. Oh, another thing too is this game has like, it's called breakpoints. And I don't know how to describe it. There's a lot of weird things about this game. So like, you'll notice have this item here that gives like faster cast rate, and it says 10% faster cast rate, but you don't get the higher frames until you reach a certain breakpoint. So for example, if like I say the breakpoint for Warlock is, I don't know, like 42 faster cast rate will equal like 7 frames, and the next one is like 50. If I have 49% faster cast rate, I'll stay at the 7 and I won't improve to the 6. So that's another like weird thing about this game, which I kind of like. Never seen that in any other game before, so. I mean, there's a reason why they took it out. Again, this game is old, so it's a lot of like weird stuff that, you know, they don't keep in today's games anymore. Okay. Pesto is dead.
Not enough mana. I am overburdened.
On to Act 4. We got 2 more acts to go. My goal is to reach Hell Mode by midnight. And I think we'll get it. You know, 1 hour here. And then Act 5 is a little bit longer, but you know, I think. Ooh. Wow. Paladin skills. Ooh, it's level 27 though.
What do you need?
Never seen this item. Horizons hold. Okay. Oh, wrong. Actually, in fact, I'm gonna want to go to my mule really quick. And yeah, let me go to my mule because I want to transfer some of these items.
Good day. Good day.
I'm gonna download it now. Gonna give it a try. Let me know what you think. Ask me any questions. I could even give you a build that might make your gameplay better. Paladin's another good one actually if you want to give that a shot. Or is it? Yeah, Paladin. Paladin's pretty good. You do like a holy fire build, which is like an aura. So anything around you gets fire damage. It's just like a, if you can imagine like an imaginary circle around you. Everyone around you gets fire damage. I don't recommend the Berserker. Dude, that's like a hard pass. The Berserker and the Druid are not beginner friendly. Assassin, you could run a trap build. They call it a Trapsin. Let's see the characters. Necromancer's fun. Amazon's fun. There's this build called a Javazon where you throw lightning, like lightning spears, and they they proc and they spread lightning, but that's like an end game build. Majority of people play like a Boazon, which is the bow at the beginning. You can't go wrong with the sorceress just because it has teleport, it has all the skills. It's great for beginners. And every time there's a new ladder, everyone runs a sorceress. So, and if you like it, and you do get the Reign of Warlock DLC, Warlock is OP right now because it's a new class. Oh, sorry, I said Berserker. I meant Barbarian. I do not recommend Barbarian. Yeah, Barbarian and Druid too difficult to play. I think the Druid's just kind of underpowered, and the Barbarian requires you. So you'll realize that in this game, casting is the best. Casters are the best in this game. So with the assassin, she can cast traps, and so that's what makes her strong. The paladin, I don't know if you've heard of the build called the Hammerdin. He spawns hammers around him, and that's what makes him one of the most OP characters. In fact, I think if you do not care about teleport, Paladin's probably the easiest to get through the game with because he has so many resistances. He can equip the best armor. And if you go with the casting build, he has auras too. And if you go with the casting build, he can cast hammers around him. So, yeah, super OP. Probably like when you get to like level 17, I recommend looking up these things called rune words. They really make your character strong. Alright, let's do this. Actually, hold on. Let me check my runes really quick. Let me see what I can make. Jesus, I didn't even have the right rune on. The right shield on. Oh my god, this whole time. Well, that makes sense. That's why my resistance is below. Let me see if I can make a rhyme rune word. So, yeah, shale and eth. Shale, eth. Shale, eth. So this is how rune words work. You have these runes over here, and if you have a socketed item, if you put them in the correct order, you can make an entirely new item. So I'm gonna make this one. It is called. The rune word is called rhyme. And I'm gonna put it in this one. I just want to make sure I have a good shield. Double check to see if I have anything better. I don't think I do. Alright, I'm gonna make the rhyme rune word. So this is how it works. And this would be a shale and an eth. So you gotta put it in that right order. Shale. And eth. See? And then it becomes a rhyme. Let's see. 40% faster block rate. Mana regen. I think the other one has mana regen. Nope, doesn't. 25 to all res. 25% better magic. Oh, as cannot be frozen as well. That's a good one. There's another rune word I wanted to get. Splendor. Once all skills. Issue with this one is it has no resistances. Rhyme is a level 29. Alright, good with that. And then the helmet I wanted to make for my merc. Either make a cure or bulwark. I need an IO rune though. I do have one. Shale, IO, and okay, so I need a shale, so next one I get, I will make a bulwark. Or cure. Bulwark versus cure.